Happy New Year's, everyone. How are we feeling out there? It's you. It's me. It's 2023. Okay. So what are we doing, guys? What is it about? What's going on for 2023? The financial affirmation for the year, for me at least, is my wealth and credit score is a mindset, right? Because you got to think about it. How can we manage $300,000 if we can't manage 75,000, right? If you screw up 50K, baby, you're going to screw up 150K. So let's get it together and let's build that financial stability for our legacy and for our offspring to make sure that they don't have the struggles that we had and that they are good in the event that something was to happen to us in the future or immediately, God forbid. So let's get into it, guys. Now, y'all know I am from New Jersey, Jersey girl, and we've been waiting for Uncle Murder to drop this track. All right. So he never disappoints. I don't know how this guy gets all this information. Like, is he starting now? Like, does he start writing his rhymes as things happen so that he already started writing his bars for next year? Recap now? Like, did he start like every day he looks and writes stuff and all that stuff? I don't know, but he's a talented brother and he did not disappoint. He went in on everybody, talk about how this person ain't gonna have their wife name in their mouth no more. And he is hilarious. I would love to meet him. So on a more serious note, we know that COVID was very serious. It did cause a lot of losses for us. A lot of the times it was pre-existing conditions, but I just want to give a RIP and a big shout out to all of those that we lost because of COVID and pre-existing conditions in addition to COVID and all of that. I did lose my aunt, Dion Andrews, last year around this time, actually this month, and that was my complete heart. She was one of the closest people that I had on my dad's side. I look just like her. Our birthdays are a day apart, and it's really sad. I miss her, but she is always with me. She has a sense of humor. She is still my screensaver. That is my baby. I love her so much. So shout out to Aunt Dion, my grandfather, and all the other people that we lost. Shout out to y'all, and we'll have a moment of silence for them. Now, on the other note, what have we done different in 2022 that we didn't do before that? For me, I have been into traveling. I would guess the last 5 years, I make it a point to make a couple trips a year. But the year of 2022, I had to travel 20 places, maybe. A lot of it had to do with work. So I took pride in having a position where I was traveling a lot. I was away from home, and it still was a lot of time with working in dialysis. Even locally, we could work like 12 to 15-hour days. So with traveling and being gone for days at a time, it kind of seemed like the same. But the experience that I gained, the people that I met, the exposure and experiences that I got in these different states is priceless. I'm looking to possibly move to Tennessee, maybe Brentwood. It's beautiful out there. I've been there the most, maybe about 5 or 6 times. And I'm probably going to go one more time, probably by the end of this month. But it's just beautiful out there. The cost of living is cheaper. Just they're hospitable. Everybody's gonna say hello to you. They have manners. They just, literally, I just love the energy and the atmosphere that's out there. So it's bittersweet that I'm gonna go out there for the last time until I decide to move or take another trip out there this month. So definitely, if you're looking to move and you live in big cities and you want somewhere that doesn't quite feel like the country, but is different from the city life, definitely Brentwood, Tennessee is a place that I have been looking to and toward going to and possibly moving to. In addition to that, I created a vision board in 2018, and the only thing that I have not done on that vision board is Jamaica. So that is a goal in 2023. I hope to have that plan bare minimum and going by like the summertime. So y'all hold me to that. Ask me if I actually went, if I do not mention it again. But I did create another vision board, and words like guru sticks out, sweet and spicy. Just, I love vision boards. If you are not familiar with vision boards, I would say literally Google it. You can get the board that the kids use in school at the 99-cent store, along with glue, scissors, and literally old magazines. For me, I'm not looking for nothing specific. It's whatever sticks out to me while I'm flipping through the magazine. So I clip a lot of words out, more words than pictures, and then I just make a collage out of that. So it's definitely something that you can use if you're new to vision boards or just visioning what it is that you want. That is a great way to go about it, because I put it right near my bed or near like my light switches. So subconsciously, I'm always looking at it. It's one of the first things I see when I get up, last things I see when I lay down at night. And I swear it works miracles. Don't hold me to it, but it worked for me. So I don't see why it wouldn't work for you. Just being conscious of what you want and having a constant reminder of your goals kind of pushes you forward and, makes you want to accomplish them even more. So with that being said, have we began to start letting go of what no longer serves us? Now, this is a very touchy topic for some people, because some people are just used to living in toxicity, whatever that might be. So it might be a work environment that always stresses you out, or, people are passive aggressive, or, they bully you, or whatever the case may be. If you're unhappy, then that's a problem. But as humans and parents and adults, we have responsibilities, and sometimes it's not as simple as saying, fuck this job. So I get that. But are we putting the steps forward to see what else is out there? There's all kinds of companies out there. You can always start your business if it's something that you like to do. If there's a hobby that you absolutely enjoy and that your friends and family always talk to you about and ask you to do stuff for them with that, that's great. For me, this is exactly how I started out with podcasting and voiceovers and all of that. I love to write. And with writing, and just being a very solid, supportive person across the board, I guess at one point people might have thought, oh, maybe this was just how she is with me. But that's typically how I am with anyone that I care for. And I care for all humans. It could be somebody that I see on the street. I could start a conversation with you. If you tell me anything about you being down or sad or going through something, I am going to give you words of encouragement. I look forward to motivating at least one person a day. Tone motivates, a motivation for the nation. And I live by that. I have a tattoo that says, be the person that you needed. And there was plenty of times where I literally will pour from an empty cup and give people my all for me to eventually need them, and I couldn't even get a phone call. And that's fine. Everybody doesn't know your language. So even though we might speak the same language as in English, we're American or whatever the case may be, that does not mean that people know how to talk to you. That does not mean that people know how to love you. That does not mean that people know how to respect you, or even if they do, that they care to. Okay. So one of the big things that have been screaming out to me lately is discernment and boundaries, right? Because I'm a very balanced person, and I feel as though whether you're a man or a woman, everybody is vulnerable at some point. Everybody can use some help. Everybody needs something from someone at some point. Now, that's not to say go and just be begging people for everything that you need in your life, because there's a lot of things that you cannot get from outside. You have to be that inside first. But it is nice to know, as humans and thriving off of human interaction and, being around people and socializing and all of that stuff, that you do have a solid person or two to turn to. And sometimes we don't have that. And, I'm here to let you know that there are people out there that will support you wholeheartedly. They will never ask you for no money. They will never ask, just crazy things of you that, your family and friends might ask, and they only call you when they need something or this or that. These people are just going to call to check up on you. Hey, girl, what you doing? Hey, what up, huh? What up, bro? I thought about you. I'm in the area, whatever the case may be. They're not just going to want you to pour from your cup. They're going to want to help you fill your cup as well. And I've made it a point to make sure that I am conscious of adding that value to my life. And that does mean removing some folks, because even though you might love them, does not mean that they are meant to go with you on the next chapter or journey of your life. And I get that. I love my family. I love my friends, and I have had to create boundaries with a lot of them. And to me, that's healthy boundaries. So that doesn't mean that I'll never talk to you again. It just means that I am not going to be as accessible to you as I was. And I'm taking all of the energy that I used to give to at least over a dozen people, and I'm pouring into myself. Right? So with me pouring into myself, I am giving myself that love. I'm pampering myself more. I'm not distracting myself by running around as much and all of that. I am taking time to prioritize, do high value things that's only going to bring value to my life. If it's not bringing any kind of value to my life, then it's a no. Not to say that I'm not going to have fun and enjoy and have time for me, but that time that I specify is for that. That's what it's for. Other than that, baby, is grind time, because honestly, I see myself in a very, very different predicament, I would say, than I am in now. And I say it all the time. The riches don't mean anything to me. The richest thing to me is peace of mind. It's my health. It's knowing that I have solid people around me. It's so many, people out here that's just roaming. And even though they're human and they're here, they're lifeless. They don't have any goals. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want to do. They instead of just getting any kind of job until they get to where they need to be, they don't have a job. They're manipulative. They're narcissists. They are defensive if you question or challenge them. It's just all kinds of stuff. And you have to be aware of the type of people that's around you, because the company that you keep can literally bring you down. That saying, birds of a feather flock together. It might not be like, oh my gosh, she's a whore, so that means you're a whore too. It doesn't have to mean that per se, right? But if I am around a bunch of people that don't want anything out of life, or even haven't even contemplated what it is that they want out of life, then who's going to cheer me on? Who's going to motivate me when I need it? Who's going to be there for me to talk about all of these accomplishments and all the things that I'm doing when they don't have any interest in doing that? And in my experience, those people start to become the people that think that you're bragging, that you're doing all of this and all of that because you're accomplishing stuff in your life. And it might be hard to figure out or fathom why they would think that of you when, you know, you would hope that they would be happy for you if they care for you. But that's a reflection of them. I wouldn't even necessarily say that they are a hater. You're literally just irritating their soul because deep down, they're screaming and yelling for themselves to get it together and figure out what the fuck they're supposed to do with their life. So I'm just going to leave that there. But it is what it is. But I literally started looking at different membership clubs and stuff like that to become a part of that. I am going to start going to business happy hours, not a regular happy hour, business happy hours to meet like-minded individuals that I could possibly network with, get more business, and just hopefully start developing more valuable relationships. I also started reading this book called Focal Point. I can't remember who actually wrote it, but it's basically about getting your priorities together and doing what you're supposed to do to get the results that you want out of life. And it aligned with me a lot because that's what I'm about. You know, it's all about your mindset. You could typically accomplish whatever you want to accomplish as long as you are positive and conscious of what it is. But yes, Focal Point, it's by Brian Tracy, and it's not a big book. You basically, it's maybe 20 pages a chapter. I've got through a couple chapters already, and it's just a really dope book. No matter what lifestyle or road of work you might be in, this could literally help you, and it's cheap. It's probably like $15. You can find that on Amazon. So yes, definitely check that out. But, you know, back to just finding out what it is that you want to do. Sometimes it can be overwhelming because you don't know where to start. All right. You never wrote your goals down. Writing, it's the reason why it's called spelling, right? So sometimes you just think about it. But just remember something that you write down has more of a value than something that you remember, because we forget, and it's all about perspective and perception and all that stuff. But if you write something down, it's written and that's it, right? So I literally try to journal, if not every day, several days a week. I actually have the same journal from about a year ago. So I went back last night and I was looking at a specific day and the same day last year. And the things that I said, just the growth that I've made, and I've come a long way. Even though I had come a long way at that point in January last year, I can physically see how far I've come now. So I said that to say, writing is for your soul, to get your emotions out and things that you might not even know that you needed to get out. You don't have to be a poet. You don't have to be a writer. Literally a notebook, a pen by your nightstand, and just jot whatever you're feeling about that day, what your hopes are for tomorrow, and you'll start to get in the swing of it. And that's where a lot of my affirmations come from. And a lot of the times it's not even about what I just wrote. It's about me going back and seeing what I wrote before and really being grateful with how far I've come. Sometimes you move so fast that you don't realize all of the baby steps you've made to finish that race. You just know, oh, I finished the race. All right, what's next? Nah, you ran miles to get here. Miles, son. You ran, bruh. Like, you were tired, beat up, threw up, all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? And you made it. You made it. You here, you there. What's good? But we don't always actually have a seat and say, okay, this is what I accomplished. I am proud of myself. I've come this far. And with the journal, to me, it makes me literally stop and think of all that stuff and just be grateful, have that gratification for myself. So with that being said, are you guys following your path? A lot of times you might not necessarily know what your path is. I know in some way, shape, or form that whether it's podcasting, voiceovers, selling financial products, being a mindset coach, writing, like all of that kind of ties into one another, because I'm still caring for people. I'm still shedding my light for those that want warmth. But I'm also giving people space to come to me if they need me. So I'm not pushing myself on someone. So even though it's several things that I do, they all kind of tie into one another as far as what my path is in all. So I didn't always know exactly what my path was going to be. I just simply knew that people loved my motivation. They loved my attitude. They loved my perspective on life. They love my resilience. They love the fact that no matter what happened, I was a solutions person and not a problem person. They respected the fact that we ain't going to be down too much. You could be down for a little bit. All right, I get you tonight, but I'm going to check on you tomorrow and let's go. So I just know that with the gratification that I get from doing this, that it is something that I truly enjoy, whether I make money off of it or not. And that is screaming, this is your path, honey. So that's how I knew what my path was. But typically, if you're not sure what your path is, just simply write down a list of things that truly bring you joy. In addition to that, on the opposite side, write down a list of things that people around you tell you that they love about you. Is it that you're always positive? You're always working to make sure your family is first. You're always working to make sure your community is good. You're the neighborhood mom or support system or whatever the case may be. If you truly love what it is that you do as a hobby or that other people tell you is great, I think that it's worth going into it and just researching a little bit, seeing if it could be something lucrative for you. I am an entrepreneur, but I still do have a full-time job. And sometimes it takes some time for you to be able to fully tap into whatever your path may be, whether that's working or having your own business or whatever the case may be, whatever floats your boat. There is no wrong way. The whole point is to find out whatever it is that's right for you, right? So that's basically you being consciously and physically aware of your goals and making an effort to work towards it daily. So for me, it's since I work out mostly at home, it's me getting up and I'm meditating, I'm doing yoga at the least, and I am doing at least 30 minutes of working out, actual physical movement dedicated to working out, not walking around my house, not walking around my complex, but physically lifting stuff, push-ups, all of that. So, and I sound crazy as hell. Like I don't even know exercises, right? But I don't get me wrong, guys. I do. I just need to tap into it and, just work a little harder. And that's something that is important to me because since I've lost all of this weight, I'm a little soft in areas that I wouldn't care to be. Now that weight did fall, right? But but anyway, back on track. Yeah, I know I like to ramble. So I appreciate y'all. But, you may be a little put off by the unknown, but you didn't know that you would be where you are now, right? And if it's not where you want to be, then move. Now, I don't physically mean move, but, if it's somebody that you know that it just does not work and every single time that you together, you having signs and signals that this person isn't it, maybe that person isn't it. If you seriously, like physically, factually have high blood pressure because of your job, maybe you should start looking for another one. And even if that means taking a little bit of a pay cut, a couple dollars or whatever, if that's going to bring you peace of mind and give you more time with your family, that is what matters. Because sometimes we work ourselves to the nail, to the tooth, to the bone, right? And for what? It's one thing, two things that we're promised. It's birth, life, and death. So if we here right now, it's only one other thing that we are promised in life, and that's death. And we don't know when that's going to be. Are you comfortable with knowing that if you were to go tomorrow that your family is okay? Are you comfortable with knowing that if you was laying in your deathbed that you could smile because you know you lived a hearty life? And by hearty, I meant like, that that comfort food that you like. You know what I mean? You could just sit there and just be thinking about your life, like your favorite comfort food. Like, oh yeah, I did that. Like, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm happy. You know, and I'm smiling when I say that because this is how I look at my life. This is what I'm going to be doing. Like when I'm old and gray and, you know, my grandkids come to see me, I'm going to be telling them all kinds of stories about things that me and, you know, their grandfather did. Like, I see it. I see it. You know, I've had plenty of failed relationships. I'm not damaged goods. I'm a free spirit, you know, like I still smile at knowing the type of husband that I'm going to have, you know, that he going to be a boss just like his wife, that he going to be a busybody just like me, that I ain't going to be moving around a lot for him, that I'm going to be doing the same thing that he doing, or that he could respect the hustle because he doing the same thing. You feel me? As I work on myself, I literally see the quality of people around me changing. Literally in the last year or two, the type of men that I meet, the type of women the type of people, period, that I meet. I'll be in an Uber on my way to the airport. Like, I don't really feel like talking. I'm not a morning person. And by the end of the conversation, I done gave this person my card. They want to know about my coaching services. They want to know about this. They want to know about that. It's simply as me opening up my mouth because of my gift. It's my energy. You know, it's what I bring to people. I'm a light. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, don't be ashamed of whatever it is that you are. Whatever you're proud of, whatever you love doing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm proud of being a unicorn. I'm proud of being weird. I've been called other things besides that. We ain't gonna get into that. But I'm proud of it. I'm proud of all that I am. I'm proud to sit here and be dancing in the mirror like I'm Issa Rae off of Insecure. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be running around my house and I cook and I wash dishes 10 times. I'm happy. You know what I mean? My house is clean. I sit in my living room. I come and I get in the bed and I don't even watch the TV. You know, I'm reading and doing this and doing that. I remember one time where I sit here and I'd be like, I'm bored out my mind. Like, what's good? I need to go find somebody. I need to go chill with people, or what this person doing tonight, what that person doing. Nah, you can hit me up every night, baby. I'll let you know what day I might come out. But until then, I'm good. And I don't have a problem with not answering my phone either, because if it's not an emergency, I will hit you back. Because at the end of the day, my space, my peace, my sanity is priceless. And in 2023, baby, we going to set those boundaries. We going to discern. We going to let whoever want to walk out them doors go. We going to let whoever got some sense and want to walk into them doors or walk in. Okay? And that's straight up. So I would like to know what you guys 2023 goals is. Because remember, this episode is called You, Me, in 2023. So I done told y'all about me in 2023 and what I aspire to do, how far I came, all that stuff. Now, I want to hear what's good with y'all. What are y'all doing in 2023 to make sure 2024, 2025, 2026, and so on is better for you and for yours? As always, always love. To respond to a question, make a suggestion for an episode, to be a guest, or give feedback, reach out to us at info@tonemotivates.com. You can also find us on social media at Tone Motivates on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and at Shades of Tone _podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can find us at tonemotivates.com, where all of those links are as well.